Hey everyone, I'm hopping on today to show you my tips and tricks with Pinterest marketing. You'll be able to watch this tutorial that shows how I plan my pins and how I use this amazing template that Mel over at outnumbered3to1.com has for sale. It totally saves me so much time. I just wanted to show you how I use it to make my Pinterest marketing time more efficient. I hope this tutorial helps you, and watch it all the way to the end, and if you like it, please hit that subscribe button because that'll help you get notifications when I update some more tutorials for marketing, blog tips, and working from home in the future. I hope you're all having a great day. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy my tutorial.
Part of today's tutorial includes showing you how I select what I'm going to pin on Pinterest. I said in a previous video that I pin 10 pins a day on Pinterest. So here's how I actually figure out which blog posts on brandyellen.com that I'm going to share each day. First off, I go to pinterest.com, and when I'm signed in, I'm in my business hub area, which shows me my monthly views, my followers, and if I scroll down a little, I can see, a basic thing of my stats here. So I've been able to increase my impressions by 34%, my saves by 7%, and my outbound clicks by 5%, simply by using this strategy. So what you want to do is you want to click over here, see analytics, and then your Pinterest analytics will update on the screen. And so for the last 30 days, you'll see your stats here. And I love that it's going up. I don't even care if this says 2%. If it's in the green and it's going up, then I'm happy and I'll continue doing this process. Now I swap out what I use for stats. First off, let's scroll down. I go into my top pins area, and it'll usually be set on impressions, which means this is organized by highest to lowest and which pins are getting the most impressions. So you'll see, my incredibly effective keto diet tips has the most impressions, with Rank Math plugin for SEO is my next, and then it goes from there. I usually swap these out, like I said. So sometimes, let's say I'm going for more impressions on Pinterest, I would click 10 of these, and you can scroll and see a bunch of them. You can go to, I believe, nope, you'll just get your 50 rows. So sometimes I might start from the bottom and do 10, or I might start from the top or select here and there. So let's say for today's purposes, I'm going to go with outbound clicks because I want to increase my outbound clicks, meaning somebody clicked this pin and went to my website, because the whole point in Pinterest marketing is to try to get more traffic to your website. So for the purposes of this video, let's go ahead and focus on outbound clicks. You can see Folio Cheese Wraps is my #1 performer here. I've pinned this so many times that I'm going to go ahead and kind of skip this one right now. And I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to try to get my outbound clicks a little higher with some of these other topics. So what I'll do is I'll go, okay, let's see. We're going to start right around here. And I'm going to go, I hit the control button and click it. Control button, click. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's, I have my 10 things, and you can see that they're open in multiple tabs. And from there, I click here to open the blog post. I do that for all of them. Open, 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 etc. So I will do that for all 10, so that each of my 10 blog posts are open for the purpose of creating new pins. And I'm only going to do a few for the purpose of this video to keep it shorter. Close, and let's close out some of these extra tabs. So I'm going to do just a couple right now to show you how I use Pinterest templates and how I create my Word document so that I know what I'm pinning. So right now I only have 3, 4, 5 tabs out of the 10 open. So what I would do here is I would open my Word document that I saved as Pinterest links. And you can see here what I'm supposed to pin today. April 5th was based on Pinterest engagements. But what I'm making a list for now is pins for April 6th, and it will be outbound clicks. This helps me keep better track of what I'm doing to see what's working better than others. Again, it's all about getting these stats increased. So what I would do is I would just copy the URL from the blog post and I would paste it as plain text in here, enter, and I would go back and I would paste the next link. And that's how I sort of plan my Pinterest marketing strategy, is doing this. And I try to create this Word document out a week. So then I can just click these. I just copied them. And let's get these old links out of here. And I will open my multiple URLs extension in Chrome. I Control V those links over, extract URLs, open URLs, and then it opens all 10 of them. And this is where I start using the templates to promote on Pinterest so that I can increase the clicks to my website. So here I have my Pinterest templates open. I bought these Pinterest foodie templates from Mel over at outnumbered3to1.com. I'll go ahead and share that link in the comments section below. But I'm going to show you, as soon as I buy a Pinterest template or I get one or get a pack of Pinterest templates for free, I go in and I open it up after having a copy made so that I'm not editing the original file. And I go through here and where it says your blogurl.com or the templates that I sell have my website on them. You want to go through and you want to put your website in. That's the first thing I do. So I'll scroll and where it says here, double click and I'll do Brandy Allen. If I can type, I'll do brandyallen.com and I'll continue to do this for each of these. It's a great idea to do this first so you never forget to update your blog URL in a pin. I can't even tell you how many times I have screwed this up and left a different niche website in here or left it saying yourblogurl.com. So that is the most efficient way to use these sort of pin templates that you buy pre-made, is to scroll through and see right where it says that. You change it so that it's your URL. So I just did a couple for the purpose of this video, like I said. So this is our first pin in this package, and my first thing is self-care tips featuring Guru Nanda. Sorry if I totally chopped your brand name. So self-care. Now see how it flows a little beyond that black thing? So I go ahead up here and I hit minus until it gets to a size that I like. And that's good for me. And we're just going to do tips, self-care tips, Control A to select all the text, tips. And I'm just going to put in here for you. I'm not even going to bother including the brand. I don't always use the full blog name title in a pin. And I do already have something uploaded for this because I have a Canva Pro account, which means I can upload a lot of media. And let's see, where is my... Bear with me, I'm trying to find the photo. I know it's in here. My hat. Here it is. So I'm not going to include a picture of me. I've been trying not to include pictures of me on Pinterest, but it happens. So I'm going to use this because this is the actual product that's featured in this blog post. I'll just drag it over and there you go. So another thing you can do is you can click on this and see how there's a color option here. And you can change it to match the document colors or different things. Sometimes if you use a photo from this section on Canva, you know, self-care. And if I were to use, whoops, hold on. Make sure you drag and drop so it actually does that. So if I was to use that photo, you might find when you click here that it does photo colors. And that way you can change your background to reflect the photo. And I know other people have brand colors, so you can do that. And another thing I found fun is that I can change the, I think it's styles? Yes. You can change the styles, which you can do your brand colors or use your kit in Canva Pro, which I don't, but some of you might. But you can change these so that it's different themes. It's really cool and fun to play with. So that is basically how I use templates when I buy them as a package. Again, these are from outnumbered3to1.com. I'll go ahead and share the link below. If you like what you see here for setups, they're mostly for foodie bloggers, but I've found great use with them as a lifestyle blogger. And you can go ahead and purchase them. And just remember, you go through and you go Control-A, brandyellen.com. And then you just change the words and the theme or the colors to reflect whichever blog posts you're sharing. And it's real simple. I love that Mel has these created already for me because it's just so much easier than trying to go in and create a new file and Pinterest thing every time, especially for someone like me who's pinning 10 pins a day on Pinterest. Having something like this set up where you got page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, etc. You can make all your pins and then you can download them you can download all of them where it says all 6 pages. You can download them and it'll be a zip file that you extract the images from. Or let's say, I only edited one, done, page 1, and only download page 1. And then my next tip is to make sure that you're naming each of these files. This would be named self-care tips featuring this brand so that it reflects good SEO practices. So now when I'm done with that, I will go in here and I'll go back to my business hub. And I will go like this, and I'll click create pin. And here's where you can drag and drop your Pinterest images that you made over here in Canva. And you've downloaded and extracted on your computer and renamed for SEO purposes. And you go ahead and drop them here. Some people love doing this other option, which is a trick I recently found out about, is you can actually click this little button to add more pins on the same page. So for example, right now I only have 1. Let's say I know I'm going to do 10. I can have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is just another way to be more efficient with pinning. So what you would do is you would click add your pin here, put in your title, put in your link, copy and paste your link here, write your keyword rich description here, and then you would click where you want it and publish it in the board, or you could schedule it for later. I don't schedule pins because I haven't had much luck with that. I've found live pinning works best for me and my audience. But you can surely schedule out to, I think it's 2 weeks, using Pinterest.com directly. And I will give you the heads up, I use Chrome, and Chrome is pretty finicky when you do this multiple pin option. So I've just had better luck doing one at a time. And it's nice too because you'll often find that allowing some space in between pins, such as doing one at a time like this, and then going back and creating another pin, it'll leave some time in between so that Pinterest doesn't think you're just spamming their network. They're very big on keeping the spam down, so be wary of that when you're pinning multiple pins to Pinterest. And the other tip is to not pin too many of the same blog post. They don't like it and your statistics will go down. I actually used to go here and go top pins. Oh, look, keto, it's the most popular one. And I would make like 3 or 4 pins, different kind of pins, but for the same link. And what ended up happening is that my stats up here tanked. They started going in the red and I was like, okay, Pinterest doesn't like that. Let's not do that. So I no longer do that. I do, however, try to include these pins when I'm reviewing my analytics and determining which pins to share each day. So I do hope this shows how to use these sort of pin templates and a little bit behind the scenes on how I've started using Pinterest for marketing of my blog. I will tell you that I have seen Pinterest traffic increase substantially in the last 3 months from being pretty much non-existent in Google Analytics in my acquisition report there to being third in line. The first is organic traffic from Google, and the second is sort of direct traffic, which I'm not quite sure where that's coming from. And the third is Pinterest. So I always want to have organic traffic at the top because that's less time involved for me. I simply just need to make sure that all of my blog posts are SEO'd and organic traffic comes. But Pinterest is a fabulous secondary marketing option. It's fun to create these pins, especially if you buy the template. Again, it will be linked below, and you can easily develop a plan that works for you. So like I said, I have this plan in place and it has substantially increased my reach, but this may not work for you. So I want you to feel which one works best. You may have to go into your analytics and let's see, where I selected which pins, you know, try impressions, try engagements, try pin clicks, you know, and then every once in a while I'll go to my search console in Google Webmaster, well, formerly Webmaster Tools, and I will see some of the blog posts that are popular, and I'll go to some of the posts that don't have quite as many clicks. I'll go ahead and create pins for them probably about once a week, just to try to stir up some new traffic and exposure to those older blog posts. And that's pretty much it. This is how I use those nice new templates from Mel over at outnumbered321.com. And they're pretty inexpensive. They're a worthy investment for anyone that wants to save time with Pinterest marketing. So I'll leave you with this for now, and I hope I inspired you to make Pinterest a huge part of your marketing strategy to boost traffic to your sites.